इंसान को बेदार तो हो लेने दो, हर कौम पुकारेगी हमारे हैं हुसैन. Let humanity awaken itself. Every nation on this earth will call that Hussein is theirs. With this, I would like to invite a respected scholar, Moulana Hassan Mujtaba, to come and speak to this gathering of Arbaeen. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وبه نستعين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا رحمة للعالمين بالقاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد والصلاة والسلام على أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم صل على محمد. Amma ba, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All praise and glory belongs to Allah, the creator of this universe, the one who has given us an opportunity and ability to be able to become free men and women, and also to become powerful men and women. And in order to show us the example that the height that a human being can become free and the height of what a human being can achieve in becoming the strongest, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the example of Karbala, the example of Kufa, the example of Sham. The Azaa of Imam Hussain is supposed to make us free. The Azaa of Imam Hussain is supposed to make us strong. If we do not have freedom and if we do not have power, the banner that you see behind me, that states that Arbaeen is supposed to be for justice, for morality, and for God conscious, it is not going to happen. A weak person cannot do justice. A weak person cannot have morals, and a weak person cannot have God consciousness. Someone who is enslaved, someone who is imprisoned, someone who is restricted cannot do justice, cannot have morality, and they cannot certainly have God consciousness. In the world that we live in today, we have been restricted. We have been made to know that we are not free. The freedom that we are supposed to have from the example of Karbala, from the example of Kufa and Sham, we have taken that as an example. Instead of an example, we've taken that as a tradition. We commemorate, but we do not become. To commemorate and to become was what we were supposed to do as our responsibility. With every matam, we are supposed to become something. With every noha, we are supposed to become something. With every azaa of Imam Hussain salam that we do, we're supposed to become something. Rather than becoming free, rather than becoming strong, we've only taken this as a rasam. We're doing the tradition, we're doing the checklist. If 2 hours was to pass and you are going back home, and while you're in the car, the afterthoughts that you're going to be having, the rally was good, the rally was bad, there was a lot of people, the speaker said such and such, the noha was good, and even in the cars when we are going, we're going to have the nohas and the marsiyas of Imam Hussain salam, but all of that is not going to make us free. It's not going to make us strong. The azaa of Imam Hussain salam has made us weak. It is because of the azaa of Imam Hussain that we are divided today. It is because of the matam of Imam Hussain that we are divided today. There are over 28 centers in the GTA. Why? Why do we have so many centers that are empty and are weak? Why is it that if there was a program that becomes successful, that there are people who participate, that we start fighting over that program? Even this Arbaeen rally that you are having, as soon as the walk was done, we started to fight and we all were involved in that. We did not show as free men. We did not show as strong community. We are weak because we are going to take the Azaa of Imam Hussain as just a commemoration. What we have forgotten, that the arms of the daughters of the prophets were put into ropes so that we cannot have our arms put into ropes. They gave us the example that even if your arms are in ropes, you need to become free. You cannot be weak. You cannot be divided. Yet, as soon as Muharram comes, we have issues among our own selves. We project ourselves as people who are not together, who are not united. We show ourselves as not free men. Freedom is a right for every one of us. Now today we are addicts. Instead of becoming free, we are addicts. Even our religion has become an addiction to us. We get our fix, we get our checklist, and we go home. Instead of religion making us strong, we are addicts now. Addicts of what? Of a materialistic thought pattern. We're addicts of our social media. We're addicts of our own flavoring of the Azaa of Imam Hussain. We're addicts of division. We have united ourselves that we're going to divide each other. The people who participate in the Azaa, we've made it as an industry where the Maulanas can put money in their pockets. You know, in 2 months, in 2 months and 8 days, they can make 80,000, 90,000 pounds. They can sell the blood of Imam Hussain salam, and there is no one telling them that you cannot sell the blood of Imam Hussain. People are there praising them. They are cutting the roots of morality, of Tawheed, of God conscious, of justice, of morality. They are participating in their Majlis. They are giving them an opportunity. And then they say that we have learned, we have become from Azaa of Imam Hussain. The promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there. The ones who will learn, the ones who will become from the Azaa of Imam Hussain will become free and they will be strong. They will be restricted because of their strength. The enemy knows that in the Azaa of Imam Hussain lies the potential for true freedom, for true strength. Therefore, they are there to restrict and to cut the roots of the Azaa of Imam Hussain. What do? Do we protect it? Do we become what we are supposed to become? When you're going back home and you're thinking about this rally, understand that in the most dire of circumstances, where everything was taken from the orphans, where everything was taken from the daughters of the prophets, when their hands and their feet were tied, they taught us to become free. They taught us to become strong. They taught us that you have the potential that if you were to do that, you can bring justice, you can bring morality, you can bring God consciousness in this world. We cannot bring justice among 5 of us. In our homes, 5 to 10 people cannot unite. Husband and wife cannot unite. Children cannot unite. Learning from Karbala has become just an entertainment for us. Karbala should have made us free from the insinuations of shaitan, from the enemy inside, from the enemies outside, from the pharaohs of the time. We should have become free in the sense that we become so strong that the enemy recognizes. BBC made a documentary called Once Upon a Time in Iran. In that documentary, before they start talking, they said to all of the enemies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all of the pharaohs of time, They told them that if you want to do something to this, if they want to attack, if you want to do something, before that you should know the story of Karbala. The enemy knows that if we were to learn, if we were to become out of our addictions, if we were to take ourselves out from the material point of view of everything that we do, if our success criteria is the principles of justice, of honor, of nobility, then they know that that promise that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to us will come about. Every day that the Imam of the time is not here is a slap in my face and your face that we did not become what we were supposed to become. If we do not become, how are we going to take the revenge of the blood of Imam Hussain alayhi salam? If we don't become free, if we're not strong, how are we going to take the revenge of the blood of Imam Hussain alayhi salam? This freedom and this strength lies within you and I. The name Zainab makes you free. The name Hussein makes you free. Crying for Hazrat Ali Asghar makes you strong. Doing matam on the musibah of Imam Hussain makes you strong. These restrictions that we have today, these restrictions have been by design, have been made for us to be weak, for us to become enslaved. They say, give us your submission and we will give you comfort. We're addicts of comfort. In your nice, warm cars. How can we, how dare we say that we are following the path of Bibi Zainab? That we are following the path of Imam Hussain? Just thinking that this is what we are and this is we've done our responsibility. How dare we? Something is better than nothing. That is our mentality today. Oh, it's okay, let them fight on the social media. Oh, it's okay, let them fight and make more centers. We are just going to stay quiet and protect our position. We are afraid of the opinion of others. Opinions of whom are we supposed to be afraid of? Of Bibi Zainab, of Bibi Sakina, of Hazrat Abbas, of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Their opinions count, not anyone and any else. Have we decided to become free inside? Instead of the azar making us free and strong, today that azar has made us divided. That azar has made us restricted. Is that just a checklist? That we went in our cards and we did a checklist? That we did 2 months and 8 days? Well, within ourselves, we are prisoners of anger, of our lowly desires, of ghiba, of tale telling, of our arrogance, of our egos. Is that what we were supposed to become? There's no one who wants to say the truth. People will come here and talk out of fear or out of greed. Is there anyone who can show us our own mirror? 1188 years have passed. Imam of the time is hiding because he's scared of his life. Is he scared to go become martyr? This is his virasa. This is his, he has that in his family. 37 million Sadat cannot protect one Sayyid's life. 400 million Shias cannot protect one person's life. Why? Because we're not free and we're not strong. If we become free from inside and we become strong from inside because of the name of Bibi Zainab, because of the blood of Hazrat Ali Asghar, because of the slaps that Bibi Sakina took on her face, we can wake up. If we do not, this is the condition that we will remain in. And days will go by, years will go by, generations will come and go. We will be still here. You want to do the azah of Imam Hussein? Become free from inside. You want to do the azah of Imam Hussein? Become strong from inside. Then nothing defeats you, neither the enemy outside or within. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Wal asr. Innal insana lafi khusr. Illa alladhina amanu wa amilu salihat. Wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr.